Okay, I'm back for part 2 of your Flagstaff walkthrough. Alright, so we just went over the thermostat and I showed you how there was a pre-wired location for a sensor if you want to install a second air conditioner, and it's pre-wired for a second air conditioner, okay? Alright, so the bathroom, here's the other GFCI I told you about. The sink works like any other sink. The shower works like any other shower, except you have a water miser here. So this is basically a water recirculator. To recirculate it, you're going to go up into this position here. The reason you would want to recirculate it is because, first of all, if you just run it till it gets hot, it's going to be taking up space in your gray tank, and it's wasting water. If you're using your demand tank, your onboard water, you're going to be wasting that if you just let it run through. And so it's just a way to conserve water and conserve space in your gray tank. So you'll let it recirculate till it gets hot, and when it gets hot, this will change color. That blue part will change to a different color blue, and then you will just put it into normal mode and you're ready to use it. So it's basically, while the water's heating up, working its way from the water tank to the shower head, it will recirculate it. So you don't, like I said, you don't waste water or space filling up your gray tank. So that's the water miser. You can also, as with everything, it has its own manual, like all the appliances in here. You can also go to their website. They've got plenty of information. All right. You have a 4-speed fan with a vent cover over it. You have 4 different speeds. The first 2 speeds are nice and quiet. You can barely hear them. The third is louder, and the fourth will basically pull your hair up into the fan. It's so powerful. You want to run it on 1 or 2 when you use the shower, just to draw the humidity out of the trailer, because these trailers are built super tight. They're very energy efficient, high R factor, or high value. So the toilet, which is nice, it's porcelain, or actually ceramic. In case you don't know, you can't use this toilet dry. So I don't have the water hooked up right now, but you can see some residual water coming out from when it was water tested. The black tank is directly below, right? So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to hook up your water at the campsite, you're going to hook up your power, then you'll come inside and you'll take your chemical, whichever chemical you use, whether it's a powder or a liquid or a pre-measured packets or a scoop, whatever you use, you'll put 1 measure in there. Read your directions on your product to see how much you put in. Then you'll step on the pedal here, and when you open this up, water will come swirling out, and you're going to put about 1 gallon or 2 of water in the tank. There's no way to tell exactly what 1 gallon or 2 is, because you know, there's no way you can tell it on a monitor panel. You just have to get used to it. You'll say, oh, it's going to take me, you know, about this long or whatever to put a little bit of water in. The bottom line is you can't use it dry or without chemical. So if you were going to stay on the same campsite, for example, and if you filled up the tank and you had to dump it, and you're staying on the same campsite, you'd come back in here and repeat that procedure. You'd put some chemical in there and some water. All right? So when you flush it, it's only going to fill about up to here. They do that so it can't slosh out of the bowl when you're pulling it down the road. So there's a point here. I'll see if I can get both in the picture. If you see my foot, you can push this down. It activates the water valve, but it doesn't open the trap. So you can fill the toilet bowl as full as you want. You can fill like up to here, for example, but you have to do that each time before you use it. So you can still fill it to the level you want. All right? Okay. All right. So here we are in the bedroom. You have a TV backer here to hang a TV. It's probably about 10 inches square. You can feel it. It's strong enough to hold a TV in a bracket. And there's your video and your power. This pulls up here, you can see. Let me get a picture here. That's your TV box. It's got a foot locker under there, and it does have also a drawer on each side down there. You've got a charge station on each side of the bed with USB ports and actual 110 outlets. All the lights, even though there are light switches, but all the lights will also have a button in the middle, so you can operate them this way. They're all LEDs. All right. Okay, let me move back this way. see if I've forgotten anything. I like to show you the emergency window, so we'll do that. Okay, this is your shade. They used to call them day-night shades. This is more like a, let me close this door so I got room here. This is more like a, it's lighter and darker. It's not a total nightshade. You can see the difference. This one is more transparent, a lot more light in. This one is a tighter weave, so it's not as dark as the day-night shades. In the day-night shades, you would have something like this, then a real dark fabric here. Okay, all right, enough of that. So this just pushes up and down. So I want to show you that this string here, there's one on each side. This is a tension string. If your awnings, excuse me, if your blinds start just falling down during transit, it means that these are too loose. So you would unscrew this basically, and you'll pull the line through and tie a knot in it, pull it through about a 1/2 inch, and screw it back in, and it just tightens up this line, and the tighter the line, the tighter this is, so you can adjust them that way. The emergency escape, you would just go like this. Let me show you here. You're going to go out like that. You would push it all the way through, then you would grab a hold of this tab, and it'll pull the screen out, and out you go. So you can just do a double flip and land right on your feet, and you're all set to go. And this also will work for bill collectors, for example. If they're at the front door, you can always just, roll out the back, and it works really well for that. Okay, so that was my Three Stooges joke there. Okay. Let me come back through this way. The chairs, you can see there's a strap around the inner leg of each chair that goes around the pedestal for the table. You do that so they won't bounce around and break something. Okay, this comes out, right, and locks into place. Underneath here is let's see if I can find it. Oh, I think I just had it there. Let's see. I might have to actually get down there and look because I'm not seeing it. Oh, right here. So right here, you've got this snap there and the other end here. So you just snap it up there so it can't fly open in transit, basically, and do damage to it. So right now it's snapped. So that just holds it in transit. Let's see. Oh, yes, the power converter. So this trailer, like all trailers, has a power converter. It converts AC, 210 AC down to 12 volt DC. So on this side, you've got some things in a trailer have to run on AC power, like the air conditioner or the microwave, whatever. So you got regular household type circuit breakers here, and they're all labeled. Then the power is converted down to 12 volt DC on this side. You can see you got automotive fuses here, and they're all labeled. If any of these fuses blow, they'll light up, and you can see them through this tinted plastic here. Right here. Whoops. Come on now. Right there. Also, this is a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged into shore power, it'll sense how much energy your battery needs up front, or in this case, batteries need up front, and it'll keep them charged. It'll send let's see, if it's totally charged, it'll just trickle a couple amps. If it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever it needs, okay? This is an extension here for your kitchen sink. There's also another one here, which pulls out here, which is the first time I've seen this, by the way. That's brand new, so it sort of makes like a little peninsula there. I don't know if there's a way to hold it, to lock this in. Let me look underneath. Like I said, I've seen this before. It looks like it just, maybe right here. Let's see. Okay, it locks in the out position, but I guess it just stays, it does kind of lock in place like a drawer, so. But when you extend it, you can lock it using this, okay? Now, I mentioned to you that you have to, you have to winterize the trailer, obviously, and so you have to bypass the water heater. I showed you that on the outside, so keep that in mind. Also, I mentioned to you about inspecting your roof. You've got to, if you own a trailer, you have to inspect the roof. Odds are you're not going to have to do anything to it. You're just going to inspect it and everything's going to be okay. But sometime when you go up there, there's going to be an issue and you got to take care of it. Otherwise, you'll get water inside your building materials and it turns into a real mess. And I'm not talking about this trailer. I'm talking about every trailer ever made. So make sure you inspect it, okay? I believe I've covered everything. If there's anything I missed, you can always call us and we can talk you through it. Also, there are videos for most of the appliances in here will have some kind of online videos. Try to stick with manufacturer's videos because they're usually the most accurate. Plus, like I said, in the packet, there are paper manuals for everything, so you can get information that way. So, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer from National RV Detroit. And if you have any issues, you just let us know and we'll take care of you. Thank you very much.